The U.S. Open is this week. Oakmont Country Club in Oakmont, Pennsylvania.
Shout out PA.
Absolutely electric field. I mean, if there's one topic that everyone's talking about, it's the rough at Oakmont.
Dude,
it's kind of annoying every year when they talk about this for the U.S. Open. It's just photos of really deep grass and people saying the same thing over and over again.
No, it's insane this year.
It is true. I saw they were having to mow it slightly today because they were getting so much backlash because people like Grant Horvat posted a video of like playing in it and you can like see the ball go into the rough and you can't even, it doesn't matter what club you're swinging. Like, you can't get contact with the ball. Yep. There's a reason in 2016, the last time they played the U.S. Open here, only 4 players were under par. The cut line was +6 after 2 days. It's not the type of low scoring, like, you can make eagles golf that you can see, even at Augusta, where, like, you'll see Rory, like, get on in 2 real close and hit an eagle. Like, if you're not in the fairway,
you're cooked.
You are cooked.
Yeah.
100% of the time here at Oakmont. And the odds to win really do show kind of exactly the conditions of the course. Scottie Scheffler +290 to win the U.S. Open pre-tournament.
Insane.
One of the craziest pre-tournament major odds we've seen in a very long time.
It's like Tiger Woods-esque type odds.
Where it's like you're getting under 3-1 as a pre-tournament
on a
massive
major
field schedule. Yeah, on a major is insane. Yeah. Threison's 2 at +700, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. We'll throw up the odds here. Rory McIlroy 3rd at +1200. Jon Rahm tied at 3rd +1200. And Xander Schauffele +2200 to round out the top 5. I kind of want to get into who we think's going to win. But first, Mike, when you think about this course, what type of golfer do you think this favors the most? You got to think it's just the more consistent guys.
I mean, yeah, for sure. It's going to be the guy who can stay out of trouble. This is one of those spots and situations where it's going to come down to, the best putter overall just has to be the one who's going to win it. And 2, it's the guy who's going to hit the most fairways and stuff in regulation. I just don't feel like this course is going to be forgiving enough to where if guys are, hitting maybe like 5 out of 12 fairways, or just like less than the majority of fairways in regulation, that they're going to be able to scramble back and kind of save enough strokes to be in actual contention.
Yeah.
And not only that, but these greens are absolutely ruthless. It's like one of the only courses where there's pretty much no flat part of any of these greens. It's just all undulating the entire time.
Okay, if you're above the hole, you're cooked.
Literally,
if you're putting
it's
down
rolling forever.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just gone. And so these guys who are going to win it, or whoever's going to win it, is going to be the person who's going to stay consistently in safe shots that they're not going to be hacking at thick grass, and their putts are going to be close enough to where you're not going to have to deal with, if you miss it by a couple inches, it goes
you're in the rough.
7 feet down, and you're kind of cooked. Yeah. And so, I think that's the way that you're going to win Oakmont.
I'm assuming that's why you have Scottie Scheffler as your pick to win.
I just feel like he has kind of like that fairway finder on him. Off the tee. And then on the very few times that you don't, I feel like he is one of the better get-back scramble golfers.
I mean, that's why he's the best golfer in the world.
There's almost no like weak part in his game. And especially like, as we talk about a short game, his putting is fantastic. Chipping will get him into great spots every time. Scottie is just, he's +280 for a reason. So I love that bet. Definitely going to be hammering that. My next 2 are definitely a little bit more flyers. I've been just a big fan of Ludwig recently. I think the last major he did, he placed top 10, I'm pretty sure. And, he didn't play too badly, but it was kind of just Scottie's to win it. And I don't know. I just like the way he's been playing this year. And then a super flyer, ultra flyer, Maverick McNeely at +10,000. Look,
Intern Johnson's guy.
Oh,
he loves
Intern
Maverick.
Johnson. He's thrown a little chip into my head, and it's been growing.
Yeah.
And so Maverick McNeely, this is his first major since 2018 when he first qualified. I'm pretty sure at 18 years old.
Wait, what are his odds?
+10,000.
Oh, okay.
But he pretty much hasn't played anything since he first qualified at 18. It's been quite some time, and so for him to be +10,000 and not near the +20,000 range or significantly higher.
The odds are saying something.
Hey, somebody knows something.
Yeah.
And so
at +10,000.
Yeah.
1,000 to 1.
Give me the dice.
Yep. And you're rolling them.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I agree. I like Scottie Scheffler, but there's a reason he's such a high favorite, and it really is because of this golf course. Granted, he's going to be a favorite in any tournament he plays, always, because he's just so consistent. But I think there's almost a 100% chance he's in the mix and on the first page of the leaderboard on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Like he's going to be there. He's that type of guy. And when he's up there, he wins a lot of the time. So yeah, you can't not bet Scottie at plus 280. My biggest bet is kind of a controversial one. And I've seen a lot of golfers and people covering this hate this bet, but Bryson at plus 700. And
It's a long
the
course.
reason people hate the bet is because if Bryson's driver isn't finding fairways, he's cooked. Right? He's absolutely cooked. But one thing Bryson's actually been able to do is driving accuracy has gotten a lot better. He hasn't he's the longest on tour off the tee for distance, but he's also starting to hit a lot of fairways, and he has toned back like the crazy aggressive swing. Something else though, like he doesn't have to tee off driver on all these holes. His like long irons and 3-woods, they go straight and they go very far, like almost as far as a lot of people's drivers. So I think Bryson is a smart enough golfer, a guy that's coming here to defend his U.S. Open that he won last year. He's not just going to be kind of thrown off, I think, just because of thick rough. Everyone knows that it's thick rough. I don't think he's going to be doing his gung-ho, try to drive everything style. And I know his putting the last day at the Masters wasn't fantastic, but he played really well the 3 days leading up to it to be in that final pairing. And I think he's the type of guy to watch out for. Two more. I'm betting on these not old, but like the last class of golfers to do okay. Justin Thomas plus 4,000, Jordan Spieth plus 5,500. Guys that have competed in majors before, they've played this course before, they know how it kind of works, and they've been in the first page of leaderboards the first couple days. I think they both make the cut, and it's not likely they win. Obviously, the odds are kind of crazy, but if either of them are in contention, I think there'd be a lot. Like if Spieth's on the first page of the leaderboard, he might be like plus 1,000 on the last day, and I think it's likely he hangs around there. Same with Justin Thomas. Granted, one of them might just fall off as they tend to, but I like the odds on both those. So taking flyers on those two, and then betting with some size, Scottie and Bryson.
Nice. Yeah, no surprise. The only person I've bet to win is Scottie Scheffler. Top 5. My only bet is Scottie Scheffler at minus 160.
I see minus 200. If you can get minus 160, hammer that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then for top 10, I bet Bryson at minus 120, Victor Hovland plus 350, and Xander Schauffele at plus 200. Xander to me just seems consistent. I know he hasn't been fantastic this season, but he's like a guy.
In majors, he's in the field.
In majors, he's in the field, and he seems like a guy that this style of course, he doesn't need to go like all out or do something crazy. It's about just like being consistent and finding the fairway. And I don't know. He just seems like a very like steady golfer who even if he doesn't go crazy, he could still like play somewhat average, slightly above average, and still kind of be in that top 10.
And you're not going to need 10 under par to win this tournament.
Exactly.
You're going to need four or 5 under pars a winner through 4 rounds.
That's why I like Bryson. I mean, he's almost even money for top 10, which I bet with a little bit of size because like the past couple majors, Bryson's done pretty well. He's been in that mix for top 5, top 10.
Oh, yeah.
His putting's been letting him down a little bit, but I think, you know, this is going to be a course where, what like Tyler said, like no one's going to be shooting crazy under.
Yeah.
So I think as long as his driver accuracy is pretty good, he's finding the fairway, I think he'll be in the mix for sure. And then top 20, I bet Mike's dude, Ludwig Aberg.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of props, and this is, I think, one of the least interesting majors to bet from a crazy betting standpoint, but probably one, if you bet chalk, you're probably going to win a lot of the time.
I completely agree.
And so I did Scottie Scheffler top 5. I had minus 200. If you have minus 160,
I have minus 160,
I'll need to see where you did that because I'm going to bet that 100%. I have Rory top 10 minus 105 just for the fact that he choked the U.S. Open last year. He had that in the bag, and Bryson won. This is his tournament to get revenge on him. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what Rory has in store here. I mean, he's also coming off of a Masters win in the last major. So there's a lot to defend here.
He's a cheater, though.
For Rory. I mean, I don't know about that. But yeah, it's minus 105. I like top 10.
See if he could drive
I have
the ball.
Xander top 20. I'm with you
Yeah.
at minus 140. I think this is very much a Xander course. He typically does well at U.S. Opens. And then I found this parlay on FanDuel. You can bet Scottie Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau, Rory McIlroy, and Jon Rahm all to make the cut at minus 175.
Whoa.
Like I think it's
Yeah, I would take
I think
that.
it happens way like that number should be like minus 300 in my opinion. I think this is extreme value. I know they're betting on it's probably a Rory or a Jon Rahm to just have an off day and miss it. But I think Scottie and Bryson are almost mortal locks to make the cut. And I think Rory and Jon Rahm, especially if the cut's around where it was last time, like +6, they're going to beat that number. Yeah. So I love the value in that prop bet.
All right, yeah, I definitely don't have too many more, but top 5, I have Scottie, of course. I similarly to Ty have the minus 200, but if there's a minus 160, I'm taking that one. And then next, I was very close to picking Hideki for a top 5, but then I remember
representing.
But then I remember it's a U.S. Open, and that an American should be winning. So I switched over to Colin. My reasoning for this is, look, you don't like this is one of those courses that you don't need to be flashy. You don't need to be super aggressive. You just need to be smart. And I think Colin doesn't like he'll miss. You know, he'll have really bad days sometimes, and sometimes you're like, how is this guy a pro? And then other days,
Never said that.
Yeah.
I've said that a couple of times. And then other days, you're kind of just like, oh, this guy literally just plays the game of golf where it's like straight, and then, you know, give yourself an easy shot, and then you do that, and you just consistently
Just
build
playing
a
golf.
routine.
He just plays
It's
golf.
like the way golf
This
works.
guy plays golf.
On a professional level.
Yeah.
He hits it, and then he gets closer,
and then
and then he hits it again, and
he
all of a
gets
sudden the
even
shot's
closer.
not as difficult.
Yeah.
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 And so it's
good
pretty
analysis.
unreal.
Good way to play golf.
That's good stuff.
No, he's
I should
pretty
try
unreal.
playing that way.
And
I've
then
never tried
next, because I don't think there's going to be another tournament for at least the end of the year that I don't bet on this guy, Dr. Chabinski himself, Mr. Siwoo Kim.
Nope.
Wow, I did not. Mr. Minwoo Lee.
Yep.
Plus 1,000.
That's tough. That's a tough look.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough look.
That was
Mike.
really bad.
That's a really tough look, especially starting with the nickname.
No, yeah.
You started with the nickname too. You could have rolled with, you know, a couple of the other Asians if you like just said the names, but you started with the nickname.
Yeah, no,
It's
bad look.
Bad look.
Bad look, Mike.
So
Mike's a golfer now too.
Yeah, I gotta move on to.
You'd be surprised. But
Gotta move on to my favorite prop bets of all golf tournaments is to miss the cut.
Oh. We're skim past that Minwoo Lee. Huh?
Yeah,
We're just keep moving.
Yeah, I just gotta keep trudging.
Yeah.
Never
There's
admit
two
defeat.
guys that are equal odds at minus 166, and one of them
It's a lot
I
of
will
sixes.
Huh?
Nothing.
And one of them I will literally never bet on his success because he's overrated and bad. His name is Tom Kim. And then there's another guy who has been spending way too much time on Twitter, just clearly not focusing on the game of golf. And his name also sounds like it could be me. But his name is Michael Kim. And he's also at minus 166. I want both the Kims.
What are the
to miss
Is that your
some.
cousin?
No.
Don't you have a cousin named Michael
No.
Kim?
No.
You 100%.
I have an aunt named Michael Kim.
You have an aunt named Michael Kim.
There's no way that's true.
I swear to God.
Her name is Michael.
Her name is Michael.
But you have a cousin named Michael.
Nope. I can go through every cousin's name right now.
Wait, is that
if
like
you
a
want.
translation error? Or is
I swear to God.
her name
She's
is,
white. She's from Michigan.
her,
Oh, okay. Then
it's Michelle.
No, her name is Michael.
No, that like if she's from like Michigan, or
She's from
Minnesota,
She's from Detroit.
yeah.
Was she at one point a he?
Nope.
Just born and bred Michael.
Born and bred Michael.
It's like naming a daughter John. But so you're betting against. Wait, sorry. Can you say the last names of both the people you're betting against to miss the cut?
Tom and Michael.
No, the last names.
Kim.
And who?
Kim.
Both Kims.
Both Kim.
They're both Korean.
No. No, well, probably.
They 100% are Korean.
Yeah,
They're both,
probably.
their
What-
last name is
What
Kim.
is your race, Michael?
I'm American. Born in America.
What ethnicity?
Raised
are
in
you?
America.
What
What
ethnicity are
ethnicity?
you?
I'm Korean.
Okay. So you're betting against the Koreans.
No, well,
There's a common theme with you.
You
betting
don't like
against-
Koreans.
And
Yeah.
then, lastly, to miss the cut,
The
at
North in them.
some positive money here, a guy who is easily just, I could see him having a bad day or a bad couple of days, Thursdays and Fridays. Justin Thomas.
No.
Fade
It's just not going to happen.
What's the odds on that?
Plus 166.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. All right, well, let us know in the comments who you like to win.
Let us
Is it
know.
just Scottie? Is it Chalk?
Oh, it's Scottie.
It feels
Scottie
Scottie.
gonna make the
No,
cut?
it's literally Scott.
Does he miss?
If Scottie misses the cut,
I will jump off a cliff.
Michael will jump off a cliff. You
I will
heard it
jump
here
off.
first.
Yeah.
Comment below if you want to see Scottie miss the cut. Then,
And then name the cliff that you want me to jump off of.
yep, do that. Subscribe if you're not. Like the video. Share with a friend.
Yep.
And we will see you on the next one. Enjoy the U.S. Open.
Bang.